Hello, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. So today we are going to do a quick little reading on what your person of interest likes about you. Okay, what it is that they admire about you, what it is that they find attractive about you. And to start us off, let's get into the pile options. We have pile 1 with this tiger's eye, pile 2 with the amethyst, and pile 3 with clear quartz. And with that said, let's jump right into it with pile 1. Okay, so we are going to pull some cards from this oracle deck first to see what it is that your person admires about you, what it is that they like about you, what it is that they find attractive about you. Okay, pile 1. Let's see, what is it that your person of interest likes about you? This guy. Okay, so we start out with the Fool. And the Fool card brings up fearlessly revealing emotions. So you are perhaps somebody that wears your heart on your sleeve. That's something that they really find attractive. That's something that they admire about you. The other aspect of this card is helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And I feel like with that message, you are somebody who really has what's that word? You have a knack, let's say a knack for allowing people to find humor in almost every situation. So I feel like they admire your sense of humor. I feel like you are somebody who, if they are having a really bad day, especially since you're somebody that's so open with your own emotions, you're able to help them work through or process theirs as well. And perhaps part of the way that you do so is through your humor. Okay, now we have hero / heroine, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. And what I love with both these cards, with both the Fool and the Hero card jumping out right after each other, is just to take it back to traditional tarot, because why not? The Fool is somewhat of an adventurer. The Fool is not afraid to take risks. Okay, they're not afraid to take leaps of faith, and that might be another thing that your person really truly admires about you. That you're constantly growing and expanding in different ways, that again, you're not afraid to take those bigger risks when you need to, especially if it's going to lead to, either greater personal growth, greater spiritual growth, growth within your career. Your person really truly admires how you are constantly moving forward. They really look at you perhaps even as like a visionary of sorts. Okay, we got 2 cards trying to get, this one wants to come out. So we got Judge. And the Judge card indicates balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. What I love with that is it kind of shows that you're not somebody who, especially since you do have this passion for always moving forward, it does seem to me that you're not someone that first of all, you've never let any power or whatever go to your head, especially if you are, like I said, continuing to move forward, especially let's say in a career sense. You're not somebody that's going to almost like use your experience against someone else. So like the way that I'm picturing it in my head is like, let's say you have let's say you either make more money than them, let's say you are a higher position than them when it comes to what company you're at, let's say like you're somebody that is like of a younger age and you've already moved out of your house and have a place of your own and you're really doing it. I feel like what's coming out here too is that your person likes the fact that you've never put that same pressure, let's say, onto them. To me, this fair distribution of power is indicative of you never really like exerting your power or your own personal experience and experiences of personal empowerment over them. All in all, what that's bringing to me is that you're somebody that's very humble, and it's something that your person again finds very attractive about you. I also again feel like there is this message I keep getting of they don't really feel pressured by you. Like if they're not at the same level that you are when it comes to certain things, they don't feel like you put an unnecessary or burdensome type of pressure on them, which I do feel like is very important. When it comes to this card as well, I also feel like this is indicating the balance within a relationship, and that you're somebody who, if this is someone that you're in a relationship with, or if this is a romantic interest, they really appreciate the way that you reciprocate their energy as well. Okay, so to me, this is speaking to a very fair, a very balanced connection where there is a lot of reciprocated time, effort, and energy. Your person doesn't feel like, even in this regard, that the burden, let's say, is all on them, or that the pressure is all on them. Okay? Let's try to get like one or two more cards from here and then move on to tarot cards. Okay, we then have Saboteur, and it says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. And what I love about this is we also have the Passion card jumping out, which was speaking to the passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Overall, I feel like this is yet again indicating how humble you are, and how that is something that your person really admires and appreciates about you. I feel like that message that I just went over when it came to the Judge card, of them not feeling like you put unnecessary pressure or burden on them, is even more so important here, because it almost seems to me that you're able to relate to them in some aspects. So again, if they're not at your level yet, or like even let's say if they're not at a level or a place in their life where they would really want to be, you don't put pressure on them. If anything, you can relate to them, because maybe you are constantly going on, the fool's journey. Maybe you are constantly focusing on taking risks, like calculated risks, educated risks, but you're constantly moving forward. And even though you're constantly moving forward, even though you have a passion for consistently, breaking down barriers and jumping over hurdles and so on and so forth, that doesn't mean that you don't have fear surrounding your own journey. That doesn't mean that self-doubt, doesn't exist in your world. And I feel like that's another thing that's really important to your person. And I feel like that's another way in which you perhaps help them to see different perspectives on things, is that you still do whatever it is that you want or need to do, even if there is fear there, even if there's a fear of change, okay, even if there is a fear of what's coming next in your journey. You're constantly pushing forward, and I feel like, again, that is something that your person definitely admires about you within this connection. And the final card that we will pull from this deck is Student, and the Student card actually brings up humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Okay, and I feel like this again goes in line with a lot of what we've seen here today. Okay, that you are somebody who is very humble, that you are someone who is constantly going on this journey, either toward personal growth, spiritual growth, growth within your career. Just overall, you are somebody that's very heavily focused on continuing to better yourself or better your situation here. Okay, and this is something that you look at, like you know that there's never a point in which you are going to like stop growing or stop healing or stop evolving and so on and so forth. And I do feel like that again goes right in line with how, even though you are somebody that's very dedicated to what all of these cards say, they refer to it as self-empowerment. So I'm just going to refer to it right now and say, even though you're somebody that's very dedicated to your own self-empowerment, even though you're somebody that's constantly trying to grow and to evolve and to expand, there is that humbleness that comes with you. There's no pressure or like unnecessary burden being placed upon your person. to do better. Not that they don't want to do better, but you don't pressure them or like berate them or make yourself seem better than them. You know, they feel like you're somebody, again, that's very humble. I also feel like this is yet again pointing out that they relate to you a lot when it comes to the fears that you have had regarding your self empowerment. So, all in all, I feel like your person, just to quickly like run through the gamut a little bit, you know, your person really admires and likes you for your sense of humor. They like you because of the fact that you are constantly growing and evolving. You know, you never stop trying to move forward or trying to expand. You're very open and honest about the struggles that you have and constantly trying to move forward. You are somebody who does not judge them. You're somebody who is very understanding of them and what their struggles are. So another thing that they really like about you is, aside from being so humble, is they really like and admire the fact that you are open with them and you are relatable in what it is that you are open with them about. And again, I feel like they really admired the fact that you are somebody that's, you know, really a lifelong student. You're constantly collecting knowledge. Okay, so now we are going to pull some tarot cards just to see what it is that your person likes about you. We start out with the Page of Wands. And Page of Wands to me brings up an earlier message that came out where it was indicated that your person, first of all, the Hero card, that there's a lot of passion for self-empowerment, also that there's a lot of passion for continuing to move forward on your path. Really just, you're somebody that never stops. And I feel like that's, again, in many different ways. Like maybe you're somebody that never stops exploring, you know, like maybe you're somebody that always likes to try new things. You never stop when it comes to, again, your healing journey. You never stop when it comes to your career. You're somebody that has a lot of passion and a lot of energy, and you keep moving forward toward whatever it is that you want and whatever it is that you feel like is going to bring you growth and expansion. Okay. I also feel like I'm not sure if I said this before, but I remember saying it with the Oracle cards, that there's this visionary quality about you. And the Page of Wands would absolutely bring forth that message again. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is really about teamwork and collaboration. So again, going back to the Judge card, part of what your person really truly admires about you is the fact that you are somebody who works with them as a team. You know, you don't, again, put unnecessary pressure on them or unnecessary burden to catch up to you. You know, you might be, and not like your person is not driven or not motivated, but you yourself might be a lot more motivated or ambitious, let's say, when it comes to whatever your career path is. Maybe when it even comes to like personal exploration or self-empowerment, as these cards say. So to me, there's this message of, yet again, that you're somebody that works with them, not against them. You're somebody that, you know, collaborates with them. You're somebody where the connection is very reciprocated, or, you know, there's reciprocated time, effort, and energy. You don't judge them or pressure them. We have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card to me is yet again indicating this balance that is within the connection. Okay, that there's yet again this very strong message of this overall being a very fair, a very balanced, a very emotionally balanced, let's say, connection as well, where you are someone who, even when we go back to that dual message that came through with the Hero and the Saboteur, that you're somebody who they find very relatable because you also have those same fears and self-doubts creep up, even though you're someone that's constantly trying to move forward. And again, I feel like that adds balance to this connection, or at least like a relatability that your person's really able to connect with and admire you for. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands and the Artist. Again, I get this very visionary vibe. Okay, that you're somebody who is constantly moving forward. Even going back to the Fool, going back to the Hero card. Okay, and another thing too, especially to see the tarot cards jump out, and especially the Temperance card when it comes to that Saboteur card, you're somebody that when you are feeling those fears or those self doubts, you're able to, like, let's not say immediately, but like in your person's mind, let's say you're able to immediately sort of squash those fears and those doubts. You're able to balance them out so that you can continue to move forward, because you know that whatever the changes are that come into your life, or whatever it is that you learn, that's just allowing for you to grow and to expand, is only going to add to your inner world. It's only going to add to your sense of fulfillment. It's only going to add to your sense of um, like exploration, but it's only going to add to your vision. It's only going to continue to make you move forward toward the future that you want to build for yourself. And all in all, again, I do feel like any fear, any self doubt that comes with this positive movement forward that you consistently or constantly make, you're able to really balance it out because you know what it is that you want from your future. Again, the Artist to me is bringing forth this same message of visionary, and you're able to envision it and you're able to get it, you're able to make it happen. And again, even though you're somebody that's like very passionate and gung-ho about what it is that you are going after, nobody would ever feel like you don't try to make yourself, you're confident and you're self-assured, but you don't try or you don't put other people down because of your confidence and your self-assuredness. And that again brings me to this message of humility and how humble you are, and that being something that your person finds incredibly attractive about you. Okay, because even though you have visions for yourself, and even though you're able to go after exactly what it is that you have envisioned for yourself time and time again through the eyes of your person, you are not someone who is cocky or arrogant about what it is that you have acquired or moved forward toward. So I think that that is where we are going to end it, pile one. I feel like there's a lot that your person admires about you. So I really hope that this resonated in regard to what your person admires about you. I hope that you're able to see these qualities within yourself because your person finds them to be absolutely admirable about you. So thank you so, so much, Pile One, for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 2, my amethyst pile. So today we are looking at what your person likes about you, what it is that they admire about you, and let's see what comes up. Okay, we're going to get some oracle cards first. I want to get one card at a time, or at least try to. We are going to see what it is that your person likes about you and admires about you. And we start out with the Exorcist. Okay, the Exorcist card, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. So to me, that can indicate maybe your line of work. We have the Rescuer card jumping out right after. Rescuer provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So immediately, there's this very, very strong message of them admiring you because of the way that you help others, and you help others that might not that other people might not necessarily help. Okay, so to me, as far as a line of work, this can be somebody maybe you are a social worker, maybe you are, like an EMT or a paramedic, maybe you are someone who answers phones at an insurance agency, like right after people get into a car accident. Maybe you are someone who works with people in like a rehab type of place. But they really, really, really admire you. So I hope that's in some way, shape, or form the line of work matches up. Doesn't have to be one of the four things I thought of off the top of my head, but you are someone who is obviously, again, helping people who are in need that I feel like other people might not necessarily help or put time into. And that's something that they find very admirable about you, is that you're extremely selfless. You help others to heal. You help others or provide others with the strength and the support that they need. Okay. And I also feel like if it has nothing to do with your line of work, this is something that you do in regard to your family and your friends and possibly even them. You know, that you're really somebody who, if anyone within your life is having an issue, you talk them all off the ledge, okay? Like you're somebody that really constantly and consistently acts with love, compassion, and empathy toward other people, and you don't expect anything back in return, okay? We have the scribe card, and the scribe card speaks to preserving knowledge and information. I feel like in regard to whatever either again your line of work is or just how you are as a friend, you are that support friend or you are that therapy friend. You're somebody that's constantly, and this could also indicate that you are a writer, you know, like maybe you write like self-help books, maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you are somebody who is constantly and again consistently either writing down knowledge to share it or verbally sharing knowledge with others in order to help them through their own healing journeys. Okay? And again, you are somebody who is constantly making a difference in people's lives. Okay? They really, truly admire that about you. Okay, and I feel like even with that passing of knowledge, you could also be like a teacher, or of some sort, where you are constantly again and consistently sharing knowledge with others, sharing healing with others. Okay, giving support to, kindness to, empathy to. Okay, we have the trickster card jumping out. And the trickster card speaks to transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So perhaps you do so in a creative way. Maybe even at times you don't even realize how important or how special what it is that you're sharing is. Because to me, you are definitely somebody in some way, shape, or form. And if not, then again, take it as it resonates. But either, you know, on a one-to-one level, you know, personally between friends, on a more like widespread level, maybe again, maybe you have like some type of platform on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, and so on and so forth. But you spread knowledge to others and you're not always again perhaps so serious about it, or you might have an unconventional way of sharing and spreading that knowledge. You could also be somebody who, in regard to how you help people, maybe you take their mind off of whatever it is that they're struggling with, not just through your empathy and your compassion and your support for them, but also through you being exactly who it is that you are. You know, being someone who is, to me, that trickster vibe is also sort of like a jokey type of vibe to it. Okay, so maybe you have, first of all, perhaps a great sense of humor that your person also admires about you, but I also feel like this is in a way indicating either an unconventional line of work in which you are helping and supporting others, or it's referencing that you yourself are unconventional, let's say, in the way that you support and help others. And we also have the artist card along with the scribe. So the artist card, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And even with that, again, I'm getting a very spiritual / creative vibe from this pile. So again, even going back to the trickster card now, talking about how you're transcending convention, Maybe you are a tarot reader. Like maybe I've said this before a couple of times, but this is probably my creative or intuitive pile today, where that is something that your person really, really likes and admires about you, is just how creative and or intuitive you are. Okay. Creative work also for me spans into things such as social work or psychology, because to me this is also anything that's dealing with people's emotions. So a lot of the professions that came out during the beginning, um, whether it's a doctor of some sort, whether it is like a paramedic of some sort, whether it's a psychologist or a social worker, or somebody that practices more so of an unconventional healing, or like unconventional healing or unconventional job type of thing. Like maybe you're a Reiki practitioner. Maybe, again, you're a tarot reader, and the way that you're helping to free others from their destructive behaviors is, via reading tarot or oracle cards, and so on and so forth. But this is, again, my creative and intuitive pile, and this is something that your person really, truly admires about you. Okay? They really feel like you have a true gift, and you are using that true gift to go all the way back to the helping others free themselves from their destructive behaviors or impulses, as well as providing others with strength, support, and compassion. Okay, you really help other people, and you do so out of love, and you do so out of empathy and compassion. This is reminding me of the Buddhist ideal of loving kindness. We also have Father, which is bringing up talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Okay, so to me, I'm more so just going to focus on the fact that you provide guiding light to others, okay, because via your art, via your writing, via your profession, via your, unconventional business, let's say, you are somebody who's helping to guide other people toward their own healing. Okay, you are somebody that is really supportive of the people who are in your life. And I feel like that's perhaps one of the most important things, or that's one of the most prevalent things here that your person admires about you, is how supportive you are. Okay? Is how, you really truly do offer them support and love and kindness, empathy and compassion each and every day. Okay, you're somebody that is very dedicated, I feel, to the other people in your life. You're somebody that's constantly, again, you are the therapy friend. Okay, you are, and not like you should be the therapy friend, because that can be very overwhelming. Not like you should provide free therapy to your partner. They should, be seeing a therapist, but if they need one. But it's like you are somebody that people feel like they can always turn to or look to or come to in their times of need. Okay, and now we're just going to get some tarot cards to see if basically any other messages about what your person admires about you. And we start out with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles to me is also indicative of them admiring your independence, your confidence, and your self-assuredness. Okay, so even when it comes to whatever your creative talents are or your intuitive gifts are, you're very confident in your ability. And again, I feel like that is something that your person admires about you. Okay, that you are somebody who is able to really add stability and security into other people's lives via supporting them, and also perhaps setting them up with resources or whatever it is in order for them to help and to continue to support themselves. Okay, we have the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. And I feel like the Six of Wands falling out with the Three of Cups does bring this message of you helping other people to see their value, and you helping others to see their worth. And also on a base level, I feel like the Six of Wands is basically, again, indicating that they admire your independence, they admire your confidence, they admire the self-worth that you have and that you're able to spread unto others. Like you're able to show other people how to feel, again, more confident in themselves. You're able to help other people begin to, like, let's say, succeed versus falling into destructive habits that are not healthy or helpful for them. And the Three of Cups, I feel, is indicative of how, like, almost like as far as a community member, like, maybe for some of you, you are active, let's say, in your community, whether that is an online community or, the community in which you live. But you're somebody that other people, again, look to for help. You're somebody that other people know of because of what it is that you do, and because of the support that you offer. I also feel like, in terms of being, a quality that they admire or like about you, we have, just to jump back to the beginning, we have that you are independent, that you are absolutely stunningly beautiful. The Six of Wands, that you are the person of their dreams in many different ways. And then the Three of Cups would indicate to me that you're somebody that they know that they can have fun with as well. Okay, that they find you to be someone who is a lot of fun, that you are the life of the party. Three of Swords jumps out right after. And, like, even as I was saying that, it's like you're the life of the party, even though what it is that you might deal with is difficult. I honestly feel like the Three of Swords, in regard to what it is that they admire about you, and then as it pertains to everything that's come out here today, is that you are somebody who deals with other people when they're when they're in a time of crisis, when they're in a time of being betrayed, when they're at a time in their life where they're at their lowest point. Okay? Especially if you're somebody, again, that's a paramedic. If you're somebody that even is, let's say, even if you are a tarot reader, you're at times dealing with people where the emotions are very, very, very heavy. And somehow you're able to still give back to your community, whatever your community is or whatever it stands for you, with kindness and with compassion. What does your person admire about you? Pile 2. Let's try to get one more card. And we have the Sun. Okay? And again, I feel like the Sun is not only indicating your empathy and your compassion, it's also indicating this, going back to, I feel like, what the first message was. And again, regardless of whatever it is that you do for a living, because again, you could have a lot of these qualities and you don't do any of this for a living. Maybe, like, you're an accountant for a living, but you do this for the other people within your life. And the Sun, to me, is bringing forth this message of you shining light on either situations, or shining light on toxicity, shining light on destructive impulses or destructive behaviors, and allowing people a safe space to be able to open up to you. Okay? I hope that that makes sense in one way or another. But going back to the Exorcist and the Rescuer cards, there's this very strong message of you helping others to free themselves from things that they would like to keep hidden, of things that they've had difficulty releasing. Whether it's something like that you're helping, again, whether you're like a tarot reader or an artist creating a spread or creating a beautiful work of art that other people can relate to and connect to, or you are a therapist or a paramedic helping people with what it is that they are struggling with in the moment. Okay, you are somebody that is truly first of all, you're like shining light or guiding light in these people's lives. Okay, whether you're helping people on a smaller scale or a larger scale, you're consistently and constantly acting with compassion and empathy for other people. Okay, you're consistently and constantly shining light on things that people would perhaps like to keep hidden, or at times have kept hidden. And you're helping them bring that up to the surface so that they can begin to heal from it and move on from it. Okay? Whether it's, again, in the moment, like, of course, the verbiage might not make sense if you are someone who's a paramedic or an EMT, because in that regard, you're literally the rescuer. Okay, you're literally the shining light or the guiding light at that moment in time, rescuing and helping this person through your kindness, through your compassion, through your empathy. Okay, so your person really does admire a lot of your qualities. I feel like your person really looks up to you in general. So not only does your person like you or find these qualities likable about you, not only are these things that they admire about you, but they also find you to be somebody who's incredibly admirable themselves. Like, they find you yourself to be very admirable in what it is that you do for other people. And I feel like you do it in so many different ways. You're not afraid to break tradition. You're not afraid. And again, this can be if you're an artist, like maybe you're an unconventional artist of sorts. This can be, maybe in regard to if you are a paramedic or an EMT. Not like you'd be doing unconventional methods of trying to like heal or rescue the person, but you are someone who constantly or consistently like uses or puts forth your empathy and your compassion for other people. And it might be something that other people in your line of work are kind of hardened to. And not that you're not, let's say, hardened to it in a way that you can't do it, or you can't, like your emotions take over for your logic. But you're somebody, I feel, that even if you've been doing a job like that for a very, very, very long time, it still hasn't hardened you. You're somebody that is still incredibly kind and empathetic and compassionate toward the other people that you are helping. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense, because that seems to be important, or something that your person especially admires about you. Okay, not again so much that you're like haunted or traumatized by what goes on, but you're somebody that still allows your emotions or your emotional capacity for empathy to bleed out into your work, if that makes sense. Okay, so other than that, though, your person is very, very, very attracted to you. They really find you to be somebody who's both beautiful inside and out. They find you to be somebody who is incredibly supportive, somebody who is incredibly healing, a healer for others. Again, I feel like this is my creative and my intuitive pile first and foremost, but there's also a lot here about, rescuing people and helping them perhaps outside of creativity and intuition. That for some of you, you might be working with people who other people really do not want to work with, or other people that or people that others have or would label or classify as unhelpable, if that's a word. But it's reminding me of, again, working in something such as a rehab clinic, working as someone who is, maybe working with homeless people, some type of social worker, and so on and so forth. You really bring healing, compassion, kindness, and empathy to others on either a smaller or larger scale that completely changes their lives. And you're somebody that does so without any expectations of anything in return. So I hope that that made sense or resonated. I hope that you are able to see these qualities in yourself the way that your person sees them in you. And other than that, thank you so, so much, Pile 2, for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 3, my clear quartz pile. So today we are going to be doing this reading on what your person likes about you, what it is that they admire about you. Okay, what it is that they find attractive about you. And let's see what comes out for you, Pile 3. What does your person like about you? What do they admire? Okay, we have, ooh. Oh, wow. So we might have two creative, intuitive piles today. We have the cards Poet and Storyteller jumping out of the deck, one right after the other. The Poet card expressing soul insights in symbolic language, and the Storyteller card ability to experience and to express life through stories and symbols. And then we have the Mystic card, okay, revels in intimate union with the divine. Okay, so all in all, your person really admires or likes the fact that you are creative and intuitive. Okay, I feel like you are both. Okay. Now let's see what else. But your person is really, your person, I feel like also, I keep hearing old soul. So your person might feel like you're an old soul, and that's something that they really like about you. They really like whatever you do creatively. So if storyteller or poet don't make sense, maybe you are a singer, like maybe you write lyrics. We have the artist card. Are you flipping kidding me? This is insane. Okay, artist. Okay. And we have Rebel. I love this. So again, pile 2 had a somewhat similar message, but it could have also been directed toward people that were in different lines of work. But for you, I do feel like this is strictly creative and intuitive. So if that does not resonate, this might not be your pile. The Rebel card, so first the artist card, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And the Rebel card challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Okay, so even when it comes to you being like a mystic, I feel like that is in and of itself indicating, I'm going to say, like, you're not a fan of, or you're not a part of more so conventional religions. You're somebody that is perhaps, like, perhaps you have your own meaning of spirituality, or you formed your own spirituality, if that makes sense. You're not really somebody that adheres to conventional religion. Okay, and I feel like with the Rebel card especially, and to see the Mystic card here as well, somewhat symbolizes, to me at least, that you might have been somebody who grew up like in the church, or whatever that would mean for your religion that you grew up with, and you're somebody that has really moved further away from that. That might also be something that they admire about you, depending on what your family life was like or what your home life was like. So just to quickly, I guess, come up with one. But like, let's say you were raised Catholic, maybe now you are a like pagan who practices witchcraft, or you're a Wiccan, or you're, let's say maybe somebody that's more like me who kind of formed their own version of spirituality, and focuses on the inner world or the inner aspect of spirituality, and so on and so forth. So whatever it was, I do feel like your person admires you for it. Regardless, however, I do feel like they, in a sense, especially admire you for it if you did break free from, let's say, your upbringing. Like if you had like a very conventional or strict Catholic, or insert whatever religion, upbringing, and now you are kind of just doing your own thing. You're focusing on these more so unconventional methods of spirituality. That's something that your person really admires about you, because you broke that chain. And in that regard too, I would reckon to say your person themselves is also highly creative or spiritual. That your person maybe also broke free from those chains, and that's why they really feel a level of admiration toward you. Okay. We then have the Destroyer card jump out next, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. And I feel like all in all, when my camera died, so I'm sorry if I repeat myself a little bit, but the Destroyer card, I do feel like all in all is representing how, especially when we bring Rebel and Mystic into the mix, that you have knocked down, let's say, belief systems for yourself and possibly even for others that were somewhat toxic. Again, for some reason, that's bringing me back to, perhaps for some of you, this has a deeper meaning because of your upbringing and your family life during your upbringing. And perhaps even now, maybe some of your family is still very into whatever that conventional religion is that you left. So again, may not resonate for all, but I do feel like for some people that are watching this, that might be highly significant to you, and really, again, pushes that, especially why this person admires you for it. But all in all, I do feel like between whatever it is that you do artistically and creatively, and whatever it is that you are about spiritually, your person really does find like these rebel and destroyer qualities within you to be very, very special and very admirable, because you're not afraid to challenge tradition. You're not afraid to, break down things that might be potentially destructive to others, both on a larger scale and a smaller scale. You're somebody that really uses their either intuitive gifts or their artistic gifts in a way that genuinely helps other people both understand themselves better, understand society better, and again, I feel like almost most importantly, you break down traditional ideals that might not be safe or healthy or fulfilling to everyone. In that regard too, I feel like at times, like either in an artistic way especially, you might be very outspoken or political, let's say, in what it is that you represent or create. And that's something that your person admires about you. Even in that regard, they find it very admirable that you're not afraid to like either voice your opinions or express your opinions. They find that to be something very admirable about you. Okay, because you're constantly, I feel, showing up for other people, showing up for them, and showing up for yourself. Okay, whether it's in a creative way or on a one-to-one level. Okay, you're constantly helping people really, I feel, also break down barriers. Break down barriers, even if they're not like, let's say, like you're rebelling against traditional or conventional religion barriers. There, whatever it means for you, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'm not exactly picking up on anything else aside from the religious aspect of this as of yet, but I'm gonna pull some tarot cards now. But you really help other people break down, I feel, in both in a religious way, perhaps even in an emotional way. You're able to break down certain barriers when it comes to people. Again, on both a smaller scale and a larger scale, in a way that really helps them and in a way that guides them toward their own healing. And I feel like with the Knight of Cups jumping out, that is not only representing creativity and intuition yet again. Okay, so the Knight of Cups rather is someone who is very intuitive, very creative, an artist, a poet, a mystic, all in all. But he generally works with people's emotions. Okay, so again, you could be somebody that either through your art that you're creating, or through whatever spirituality of yours that you share with others, it's also at times you're doing it in a way to break down these more so, let's say, emotional barriers. Emotions that people might not normally speak on or feel comfortable sharing. Spiritual aspects or spiritual, like even aspects, let's say, of a spiritual awakening, or certain aspects of spirituality that people might not feel always comfortable in talking about. You break down these barriers. Okay, you again, even this, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I feel like not only are you rejecting spiritual systems, but you're also rejecting, I feel like it expands, blah, 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 expands outside of just spiritual matters. I feel like it also expands into, let's say, politics, into social or civil rights issues, let's say. You're really somebody that helps to break down these more so difficult topics, even the topics that people get very emotional about, either through your art or through your spirituality and intuitiveness, and you do it in a way that really allows other people to heal. You're somebody that is incredibly healing in what it is that you do. Okay, you're somebody that helps other people release what does not serve them. We also have the sun coming out. the sun is coming out now, not tomorrow. And I feel like here too, we had a similar message in pile 2. So maybe if some of you were drawn to pile 2, there might be more messages in pile 2 for you as well. You help to shine light on certain topics, certain issues, certain emotions, certain spiritual or religious matters that other people are afraid to. Okay, and that's something that your person really admires about you. Okay, again, I feel like it was definitely for this pile where there was that message of you being outspoken, of you not being afraid to share your opinion. And you're not doing it, of course. There's no like negative connotation here when it comes to you being outspoken or when it comes to you sharing your opinion with others. There's no negative connotation to that. It's genuinely you trying to shine light on difficult topics or on difficult issues, either again through your art or through your intuition and your intuitive abilities, so that you can help others to let go of what no longer serves them. Okay? I hope that that makes sense, because it's a really beautiful message, and I also feel like, all in all, I'm sorry you have to hear this pile 3, but all in all, we had really beautiful messages about the core values of everyone for piles 1, 2, and 3. It really has not expounded into anything super physical or superficial, actually, I should say. These piles have all been such beautiful messages revolving around the beauty that your person sees in you. You know, it's not really superficial or even materialistic or that type of thing, physical things that are coming up today. A lot of this is about, or has been about all day while I've been doing these, is things that your person really finds admirable about you on a core level. You know, things that your person likes about you and loves about you, because of like a deeper person, on a deeper personal level, versus something superficial or materialistic, which I feel is more important than, than all of that. And that's not to say that each and every pile does not find their person attractive, because they absolutely do. But I love the fact that all of these piles are really going into deeper things than just, finding you attractive or wanting to sleep with you. They're really all pinpointing these things that your person finds to be truly admirable about you. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles jumping out next. The Six of Pentacles, again, I feel is you giving, healing to other people. You are creating something that other people can, I want to keep saying feed off of. But you're able to either put something out there, whether it's a story, whether it's a work of art, whether it is a tarot reading, and so on and so forth. You're giving something to others that they are able to feed off of, again, not in a negative way, but feed off of as a way to fuel themselves moving forward, as a way for them to see what direction it is that they should take, as a way to see how they can bring more stability and security into their own lives, as a way for them to stick up for themselves or to exercise their own boundaries. I feel like that Seven of Wands where we end this is, again, referring back to that Rebel card and that Destroyer card, that you're giving people information not only to help them to grow and to heal and to evolve, but also to break down, destructive self-limiting beliefs, to break down destructive boundaries that they have within their lives, to break down destructive, thought processes, and so on and so forth. You're really helping people to begin to move forward from things that no longer serve them. You're helping people to find their own voice. You're helping people to move forward with that same confidence that you have. You're helping people to not be afraid any longer of shining light on things that are either bothering them or shining light on topics that they normally would not speak upon or have an opinion on, and so on and so forth. So overall, a lot of lovable things have come out here today. Pile 3, I'm pretty sure that this is where we are going to end it, but your person definitely admires whatever it is that you do creatively and intuitively. Again, even though it was not a main focus by any means, your person is, of course, very attracted to you, thinks that you're a beautiful person, physically and on the inside. Okay, your person really admires the way that you are able to help others, the way that you are outspoken, the way that you do have an opinion and you share that opinion and you help other people to, again, shine light on things that they would rather not speak on or would rather ignore, would rather neglect. And you really help them to release and to knock down, to destroy any barriers that are standing in their way of living a more fulfilling or positive life. Okay, so all in all, very, very lovable qualities. Again, a lot of core values, I would say, that your person sees in you. And if you felt any bit compelled to listen to or to go back to pile 2, I would recommend it because there is definitely more messages in there for you as well. So thank you so, so, so much, pile 3, for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.